This is the Wiiviewer
and the LilWiiviewer.
and we're gonna review.
Hello Kitty Cruisers.
Alright, a little behind the scenes here. I was actually planning on doing this alone, but then the LilWiiviewer's like, no, I played it and it's epic and I want to review it.
I did what now?
Okay, maybe I'm embellishing just a slight tad.
I did play it just because it was kind of in the Wii U and I was bored, but that doesn't mean I liked it.
So you're saying you didn't like it?
No, I didn't.
I think for what it was, it's not bad.
It's pretty bad.
Well, let's talk about it. So graphically, the game looks like a Wii game. We can't really sugarcoat that at all.
Or a GameCube game.
No. Let's not bash on it for that. No, I'm not saying they were spectacular, but I'm saying for what it was trying to accomplish, it did its goal adequately.
Well, I mean, if you're going to put it that way, I guess.
It's a game for kindergartners and girls. It doesn't have to be super graphics. It can just be colorful and bright and happy.
In that case, you're right.
Now, there are quite a few characters to pick from, but only a few of them are unlocked from the beginning. You have to play the game, and you have to play the game to unlock the other characters.
It's not that hard. You just have to play through this horrid game.
It's not horrible. I don't know what you're talking about. The game is not made for you. Like when I'm reviewing a Barbie game, I don't go, yeah, this is going to keep my attention. I look through the eyes of like a girl, and I'm like, a girl might enjoy this. Now, Dreamhouse Party, I don't think anyone could have enjoyed, but other Barbie games have actually been pretty decent.
Well, I'm here from my viewpoint, and you're seeing my viewpoint.
Okay. What I didn't like was that every single vehicle controlled the same. What I'm saying is all the cars controlled the same, all the boats controlled the same, all the planes controlled the same. But I mean, you can have a different kind of boat, but it'll still drive like all the other boats. At least Mario Kart has different feels with different characters or vehicles.
Yes, I do agree.
So like I mentioned, there's a car, boat, and plane mode. And they each control differently, but it was all simplistic. The cars control like, a car. I'm sure you've seen Mario Kart. That's how it controls, except drifting does nothing. And the drifting button is so weird. You have to hit the L button to drift. And I didn't even know that existed until I just accidentally ran across it. The boats have the worst controls of them all.
The boats are a car on ice.
Well, yeah, they control like a boat. I mean, what do you expect? You're on water. Of course it's going to be slippery.
But you slide out of plates. If you try and turn right, you go towards the left more than you should to the right.
I'm not saying the controls were perfect on the boats, but they controlled like a boat.
Which is not a good thing.
It's more realistic.
Are you saying that this game is very realistic?
Of course it is. It's about a bunch of kitties driving boats and cars.
On rainbows.
Of course! And then there's the planes.
Which were the best because it was something different.
Well, you could go up and down and left and right, but you were always in an enclosed space.
Yes, just basically a fancy way of going throughout a tunnel.
I have to agree with you. Out of the three modes, I like the planes the most, just because it gave me a little bit of freedom.
That's like scratching the bottom of the barrel of freedom,
I mean, there are multiple paths if you call going around a circular object at multiple paths. Am I going to go right to go around this object, or am I going to go left to go around this object?
It doesn't matter, because they meet up right after it.
Or you're going to go above the bridge, or you're going to go below the bridge. There are power-ups, just like in Mario games. There's a speed boost, there's cupcakes which you can use to throw at people, and then there's the thing I think we both hate the most.
The clocks.
The clocks.
The clocks. The worst power-up probably I've ever seen in a racer. I'm not even kidding. Instead of speeding you up, you slow down the other racers to a crawl.
The game already doesn't move fast. There's not different modes. There's not easy, normal, hard. There's only one mode, drive at leisurely pace.
Grandma style.
Let's just say speed is not really a factor in this game.
And the clocks don't help.
And the worst thing is it kept happening.
And the worst thing is the things last forever.
You can turn off all the power-ups in the options menu, but then you're just taking a drive.
Down an already boring track.
Oh, the tracks were just terrible. Mostly. They got better in the Final Cup, but they were always small and not very well designed. They're very simplistic. In the Final Cup, they have a boat section which is on ice.
Oh, it's like my worst nightmare in this game.
There are also challenges you can do to unlock some vehicles. Collect apples, or get to here so quickly, or go through the gates. They were all kind of boring. I don't see this keeping the kids' interest at all. They're going to enjoy the main game if they're going to enjoy this game at all. You can play the game with up to 4 people.
Finding 4 people that want to play with you will be more difficult than playing the game itself.
It's not that hard. If you take some kids, they probably would want to play this. I'm not saying have some of your friends come over and play. Let's play some Hello Kitty cruising. Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna make a quick phone call. Yeah, Looney Bin? He wants to play Hello Kitty with us. One of the things that blew my mind about this game was that it actually supported the Pro Controller. I've seen regular Nintendo games not support the Pro Controller. This one did! I'm not coming out for this, that's a major positive. It just surprised me. But you know what's even more shocking? No off-TV play. This is the game that I feel like parents would go play your Hello Kitty in your room, and I'll just watch some football. But no, they have to take over the TV in order to play Hello Kitty. So, little Wiiviewer, Hello Kitty Cruisers. Would you buy, rent, or skip?
Skip now, because it's Hello Kitty Cruisers.
Well, what were you expecting? You just didn't find anything fun about this game at all?
I mean, if you like racing and Hello Kitty at the same time.
I wouldn't say if you like racing, play this game, because this game is not very good at racing, because once you get into first place, you're set. And it's not hard to get into first place. Because like I said, there is no easy, normal, hard mode. There is just one mode, which is win. Because I was like lapping people.
That's sad.
I actually disagree with you. I think this game is the perfect rental for a kindergartner.
You would rent this game?
If I was the father of a girl who was a kindergartner, yes, I think she would find a lot of fun in this game. This is like a Fisher-Price My First Video Game. And for what it was trying to do, it wasn't bad. It didn't try and go swinging for the fences, that's for sure. It did just enough to be average.
It's not average. It's not. It's below average.
I think if you have a kindergartner, and that's about as far as I would go in the age-wise, who loves Hello Kitty, sure, it's worth a rent.
You're out of your mind.